Okay guys, mini listicle builder. First thing you want to do is view settings. Okay, so put your name, choose the default writing style, and you can put in your image if you got a link. I will add in here that you can upload an image as well. I don't have that right now. Okay, and you choose your preferred model for writing the listicle. I'm going to choose 4.0, the iCloud 4.0. Okay. API settings, you can see we got OpenAI. Okay, that's GVT 4.0. Anthropic, that's Claude 4.0, I think. 3.5 and 3.7. OpenWriter gives you access to more LLM models. Okay, so you can see that we got Google 2.5 Flash and 1.5 Pro. 2.5 Flash might be good as well. I haven't tested it properly. Perplexity API, that's for doing some research in real time. I highly suggest you use that, okay? And you've got links to all of these where to get the API keys underneath, okay? And the keywords everywhere API key, that's going to help us to do some keyword research. Now, I do want to add in here as well some keyword clustering, but I haven't got it yet, okay? So at the moment, I started this morning just on the first prompt sort of level to build a vault. Hold on, let me put out WhatsApp. Oh, okay, that's better. There's nothing worse than little distractions like that throws you off what your thought process was. Anyway, where was I? Yeah, I want to add some keyword clustering, and what I'm going to do, I started to build an app where I can manage all my apps. Okay, so I can put in things like roadmaps and let customers make suggestions for features, report bugs, and build a bonus for into that as well. So hopefully I can have something like that ready within a week or so. Okay, I'm just going to slow build that one because I've got a whole bunch of other stuff to do. So I'll just come back and forward to that as I remember over the next few days. That way you can request features, that way you can report bugs, and that way you can see what's coming up and roadmap for various tools. Okay, so for things like keyword clustering, that would be in there, and you can feel free to remind me that I was going to build that. Okay, so that way we keep moving forward, the momentum keeps going. Every tool that we build should always evolve. Okay, we're not building tools for launches, we are building tools for to be used. Okay, that means that my team will use them as well. Okay, so let's come into the dashboard now, and actually before we go further, let me show you an example of a listicle. Okay, let me just show you an example of a listicle. If I go to see if I can find permit Thailand. Okay, so this is a listicle actually generated by the Magic Affiliate. Okay, the Magic Affiliate Commando. This is 100+ item listicle, and you can see here that if you're using one of our WordPress templates, it will have automatically
discover 100
some sound in here for some audio for to read the actual article. What we've done as well is we have put in a Notebook LM podcast.
Okay, let's unpack this. Imagine a place where your money stretches, like freebie stretches.
Okay, I hope you can hear that, but the Notebook LM podcasts are very, very good. Okay, I need to do a separate video how you upload these. It's very quick and very easy. It's not hard to do, but it just adds to the quality. Okay, I'm using Pixels, which is here. Pixels generates some YouTube thumbnails, but I use those YouTube thumbnails. I still use Pixels images for the purpose of blog posts, feature blog posts, images. Okay, so that's what this is here. We've gone through a lot of credits with Pixels. It's not the cheapest, but I like the quality very, very much. Okay, so here we can see we've got a short introduction. what we are starting to do now is we want to put in a TLDR at the top of these listicles as well. That's another one for the roadmap, okay? And you can see we got some nice images, we got some nice formatting, and then we got the napkin AI images, okay? So that becomes part of the content, the napkin AI stuff. Now, we cannot integrate with them with base 44, okay? We cannot do that, but you can just simply copy and paste your listicle, okay? And it will be in paragraphs. And then there's going to be a little blue button, okay? And when you click on that blue button, it's going to generate an image that's based on the content. So the images become part of your content. And it becomes like useful part of your content as well, rather than just something like this, okay? Which is more kind of, it's just for looking at us. This is more part of the content, okay? So, as we go down, you can see that we can build these out to look really nice, okay? If you spend the time, a little bit of time to make it look good, okay? It's entirely up to you. Now, this is 100 items. So you can see that my team have put in a lot of work to make this really nice. Okay, this is the benefit of having a couple of kids around that can understand computers. I call them kids, they're actually 21 and 22 years old, so they're not really kids, but you know what I mean. And, they come in 4 hours a day, both of them, and they work 4 hours a day each. And they're knocking stuff like this out all the time. They're building more and more content hubs. Every content hub now, we're building at least one listicle and at least 5 X versus Y articles as well. Both of those coming from Magic Affiliate Commander. Okay, but the mini listicle builder is pretty good as well. And it's turned into a bit of a beast. Okay, so this can give you this kind of content. Okay, just shorter. It's not going to be 100 items. Okay, so let's just take this keyword here, Golf Scotland, because I'm kind of familiar with that. So what do we do? Okay, first of all of this is in order, all this in the left side, dashboard, suggestions, keyword research, research history. Okay, so any keyword research you do here, you can save it to the research history so you can access it later. Okay, and you can see it gives you 50 related keywords. Now, of course, things like this will over time be improved. Okay, this is the first delivery, the first build of this. Okay, then we've got AI research where we can do stuff. Content queue. Okay, so if we do some AI research or keyword research or suggestions, etc., we've got the option, once we have the results in here, to save to the content queue. So you might see some suggestions for doing listicles and you think, oh, these are great suggestions, I hope I remember them later. Well, you don't have to, you just have to click on a button that would be top right or something and add it to the content queue. Okay, it's not going to automate that content queue for you, but it's going to be in there for you to go and choose the one you want to do and click a button and it starts the process. Okay, and then we get into the the mini listicle builder. Okay, and then you can see your posts, etc. as well. Now, so I'm pretty sure I had icons over here for generating images for these. I'll put it back in if it's disappeared. But we should have the ability here that we can generate images like this, so it looks a lot nicer. It's another one for the roadmap. The problem with building so many so fast, and I can't help myself. I really cannot help myself. So, okay, then we've got some configuration stuff. You can add your WordPress sites. Okay, add a site, put the name, URL, username, and the application password. Okay, we've covered how to do that in some other videos that we've done in the past for other tools. If you get stuck, we will have that information in there. Definitely we'll do a shorter set of videos from this training. Okay, and here we got ConvertKit. Okay, ConvertKit's very good because you can send your listicles to a newsletter. ConvertKit or kit.com, it's called Kit now, they've rebranded. They do a free newsletter plan for up to 10,000 subscribers. This is a world-class email service, okay? To get an account with up to 10,000 free subscribers, it's a complete no-brainer for me, okay? sign up. Please use my affiliate link in case you buy it later. But you can get the kit.com. I'll put in the link in here. I'm pretty sure I had it in the banner somewhere as well. Okay, it's definitely worth getting. It's costing you nothing. It's a world-class service. Okay, and here the configuration as well. We got social media. Well, guess what? Base 44 asked me for when I do social media syndication, of course. But I have to set it up, okay? And it's giving me a list of things that I need to do for developers API, which I haven't done yet. So that's a feature that's coming. It's not there yet, okay? I need to find the time to sit down for 2-3 hours probably to set all of that up because I'll be learning it for the first time. But once it's done, then I can put that into the other tools as well. And so the roadmaps become even better for all the other tools that we're building that are creating content, so we can submit to ConvertKit, to WordPress, to social media, create Twitter threads and all that cool stuff, and have it all, a couple of clicks away from sending stuff. And these tools are getting more and more powerful. The better base 44 gets, and it's improved a lot in the past month or so. Now we can add perplexity. Now we can add Perplexity API, we can add Keywords Everywhere API, we can add ConvertKit API, and things that we couldn't do a month ago, Stripe integration, all that kind of stuff. It's now possible, okay? Maybe in 1 month's time, it's going to be even easier. Maybe they will have button clicks just to go and get stuff approved. I've got no idea, but I know that they're getting better, and they've just been bought by Wix, which hopefully is going to give them a good financial input and management to keep improving their tool. Okay, and that makes it so much better for us. Okay, here we can save a prompt library. If you got prompts that you're going to be reusing between listicles again and again and again, then here we go. Okay, you can save this in here, and it's designed to be used. Okay, it's not designed for launch. It's not designed to be some gimmicky stuff with some flashy sales page created by somebody who charged like $5,000 or $10,000 to write the copy. And the copy is great for doing Warrior Plus launches or JVZoo launches, but when you get into the tool, it's a disappointment. That is not what this is, okay? This is built for us to use, for my team to use, for you to use, for your teams to use, and it will keep getting better. The evolution is a crucial part of any software that we build, okay? Definitely for us, okay? And that's why I called the membership Unshackled when we created the membership, teaching people how to do the no-code tools, how to sell them, how to do affiliate offers from the buyers list. I called it Unshackled because it really is feeling like being unshackled and not having to deal with moody developers. You don't have to wait for them to get over themselves or get over their hangovers or argue with you or hold back the code they say is theirs when you've given them all the instructions to mapped out the tool, and they're trying to claim it's all theirs and they don't want to give you your code. All kinds of stuff happen with developers, and you don't need to pay money up front. Okay. The worst part of actually working with developers is the first stage, trying to find developers, because if you put an advert, say, on Upwork.com or, God forbid, Fiverr.com, you're going to get some automated responses. In fact, it's about 90%, even as high as 95% will be automated responses. And then you got to filter through all of them. And it's a painful process to go through all of that, only to find later that you're left with maybe half a dozen people, and they might be overestimating their abilities in what they can tell you, in what they tell you they can do. Okay, we got rid of all of that. Okay, with using Base 44 and tools like Replit, Manus. There's a whole bunch of them. They will keep improving too. Okay, it might be in 1 month's time. Replit is the number one for me right now. I'm going to stick with Base 44. I've got used to it. But this is why I called Unshackled. We can go and add this kind of stuff quickly, easily, just by prompting. When I'm prompting, this would be equivalent to me sending the information to a developer for them to go away for weeks, so for days or weeks, and build what I want and bring it back to me. The difference is we get it here and now, within seconds, within minutes, okay? And it doesn't cost any more money. Okay, so it's a massive saving. I'm paying $200 a month for Base 44. right now. And when the credits run out on the 200 a month, I'm upgrading to 400 a month because I was paying my developers like 35% of sales. And that's thousands, tens of thousands of dollars sometimes in a month, depending on how well the tool sell. Okay. Swap that for $200 a month, no brainer, right? And you don't have all those issues to deal with. So if you're not in Unshackled, we will be doing a webinar with Todd Gross soon. And when we do that, it's going to bring a whole bunch of new people into Unshackled, and we're going to be charging just $297 one-time cost. So if you're not in Unshackled, we will be doing at the same time a promotion to our list internally to get more people to come into Unshackled. You want to learn how to do this kind of stuff. Why? Because it saves you from buying stuff. It saves you from being frustrated. It saves you from getting tools that were sold to you on a sales page and through affiliate and promotions that made you want to buy. But when you actually got to the tool, you were disappointed. Okay, build your own. Learn how to build your own. It's really, really easy. Okay, if you can do that, you're going to save a lot of money. You're going to feel good as well because it's actually a very, very fun thing to do. Okay. Anyway, let's get back into the software since I'm wandering off. Custom writing style. I need to fix this. Okay. And here's how easy it is to fix it. Okay. Get to interface 44. You take the error, stick it in there. So while I'm talking, it's getting fixed. Okay. It's very quick, very easy. Custom writing style. What that's going to do is going to allow us to upload sample copywriting. Okay. Or sample blog post writing, whatever it might be. And the AI will copy that style and tone. Okay. And that means that you can write in any specific style and tone that you want. The way I do it is I go and collect emails, sales page copies from copywriters that I like. Okay, I might take half a dozen or 10 email swipes that came into my inbox, put it into a Google Doc. I'll go and find a couple of their sales pages. I will copy and paste those as well into a Google Doc if it's written in the same style, and then download it as a PDF and upload it into AI to say like, write with this similar style and tone. It makes a difference. It really does make a difference. Okay, we're 17 minutes in. We still haven't used the tool yet. It's a big tool, right? And then we've got the settings that I showed you at the beginning. Okay, and I've got my admin panel there. So I've got user management and stuff. Okay, back into the dashboard. And okay, we can generate mini listicles, we can manage sites, we can configure settings, etc. all down here as well. So you've got multiple places where you've got controls. Let's come into suggestion. Choose a niche, okay? Choose affiliate marketing. In fact, let's go and choose something else. Let's go and choose something else. Travel lifestyle, okay? And you can enter a custom niche. Target audience. I'm going to put people interested golf in Scotland. Okay. Don't like golf that much, but it's a huge interest topic. Okay, so I can generate suggestions and give it a minute because this is using Perplexity in the background. So I have to go to Perplexity, it's doing some research, and it will come back. Okay. As far as the credits, what we're doing is we're giving everybody 50,000 credits. If you run out of credits, you can come back and ask for more. Okay, if you got local traffic commando, okay, you got an absolute bargain if you got local traffic commando because you're getting this tool with it as a bonus. To me, these are both 497 tools, and I built this one out, so you got a really good deal. Okay, so you can see 25 must-play golf courses in Scotland, 20 essential tips on golfing in Scotland right there. That's actually a good one. 15 hidden gems, less known Scottish golf courses. That could be a real traffic buster, that one. That's a new word, traffic buster. Should do an app called that one day. Okay. 10 essential golfing apps for your Scottish trip. Perfect. I mean, this is really good information. Okay. Let's see. Now you can click here and you can use this. What I'm missing here from the listicle suggestions is that it doesn't have an option. And you can generate more ideas as well. Okay. So it doesn't have an option here to save to our content queue. Okay, what do? Go to base 44. Just like I was talking to a developer. Okay, listicle suggestions. Does not have an option to save to content queue. Okay, so get that underway while I'm talking. Okay, so we will have that in there as well. So let's take this one, for example. Use this. That takes us straight down to the mini listicle builder. Okay, and main topic, underrated golf courses. It's Scotland. Okay, trying to be as specific as possible. Item types, examples. What kind of item types will you list? I'll just keep it as examples, okay? Target count, you can choose what you want here. 15 is okay. For mini listicle builder, the initial idea is we don't always want 100 plus item listicles, okay? If you have a look, let me just show you an example here. If I go into Google and I type, hi, ticket affiliate marketing, okay, what you're going to see? What you're going to see? 15 profitable programs, 10 profitable programs, 15 profitable programs, 15, 14, 25. You can see that you don't need 100 plus items, okay? That's why I wanted to build a mini listicle builder, okay? For that purpose, okay? So that gives us that ability that we can just do something that is normal, but we can still do it really good, okay? Choose the AI model, okay? So let's say I was going to choose, okay, we found another issue here where we don't have Claude 4 and we don't have 2.5 Flash Gemini. Okay, what do I do? I'm going to tell it. I need this. Okay, so just let me pause for a second so that I don't forget. I see these things as I'm going through it. Okay, so for now anyway, just to carry on. I'll choose GPT-4. Okay. Advanced prompt selection. Leave this as it is. You can change the advanced prompts, okay? This is all set on default, okay? Just leave this as it is. I'm going to put in some extra flexibility, sort of where you can take complete control of this, okay? But this is just prompts. It was created by base 44 for the purpose of writing outlines, item generation, and putting it all together, okay? So what we can do is we can go now to generate the listicle, okay? While that's happening, let's jump into base 44 and see what's happening here. Okay, so it's added the add to queue for that particular, I think it was in the suggestions that's been added now. What else did we do? Remove dead link. Functionality is set to a custom style already included in the settings page. Okay, so that's in the settings to be able to do that. We'll just check in, yeah. Make sure it's there. Yeah, default writing style. I need to wait for this to finish. I need to tell it to let us add our own samples. Okay, so let's come back over here. It's still generating outline the categories. Okay, this can take a couple of minutes. While that's still working, you can see whatever comes here, you can add your own categories. You can also regenerate the outline as well once it's done. It's a good idea to go and check your balance on places like OpenAI for your API balance, etc. now and again as well. I don't know if I can build that in without, within the base 44 that would, with API could check your balance, etc. That would be a handy feature for us to have. But go and check your balance as well now and again, once a week or something like that. I usually put in $20 at a time, and it lasted like a long time. So I'm still waiting for this. I'm going to pause while I'm waiting. Okay, so let's carry on. I actually paused there for a while. I did some updates. So we generated the content outline, and you can see some parts here are quite thin. Okay, we need a lot more content in here. So what I've done is is I have added the expand button here. We can click on that. Okay, we'll do a pop-up and you can give more instructions, but I've got it pre-populated for you and I find this works, perfectly well. I'll click on generate and it's going to make that section longer so that we can get better content basically. Okay, so much better, more content, can use that. Okay, that's the category descriptions. And so we can keep doing that. Generate again. And the reason I put this in here like this is because we can give it specific instructions. So if you know your niche, you might know, exactly what you want to put in there. If I'm doing this about creating products, or affiliate marketing or stuff like that, then I'm likely to put in my own ideas, my own thoughts, etc. As it's something I don't really know much about, like where to go golfing in Scotland, I'm just going to let the AI do its job. But if you do know your niche, then the way I've set it up for you and for me is so that we can get better content and let AI use its massive knowledge base to be able to generate that extra content for us. Okay, use that one. And the last one, I'll just click on this. Now, I created this outline before I did some other updates. Because I paused and I went back and I improved some things, which I'll show you in a few minutes, okay? But in the settings now, when you see a drop down of all of the AI models, it will tell you what they are best for. Okay, it will tell you what Perplexity is best for, what GPT-4o is best for, etc. So it can help you to choose at each stage which one you want to use. Okay, so we go to the item generation and we should see up here a progress bar. And you can see it's doing it in batches. Okay, it's doing it in batches according to the categories or the subheadings. Okay, and we're getting all these different golf courses. And hopefully we've managed to avoid any duplicates as well. And I'm going to give this a minute. I'll pause it just for a second. It's almost done. It knows how many it's got to do. It's got to do 25. So it's doing 5 per category. And you can see as well, we've got an option to generate 5 more if we want to. So that's a bonus for us if we want to do deeper content. And have a look at the content as well in here. I'm actually going to use the same in the Magic Affiliate 100 plus listicle builder that we've got in there, because you can see this is giving the golf club name, URL, description. It's even got a URL for image as well, and it's got some key features. It's almost like a mini directory kind of post, this one. Depends on what kind of listicle you want to write, of course. Okay. Now, and you'll notice as well, we got an AI chat under it. Okay, so you can use that to expand. You can say, okay, tell me more about this golf club. Give me more information, or whatever it might be. This is going to be for the same for any items you're doing, no matter what niche. Okay, this is really up to you. Now we continue to the assembly. Okay, click on this. Assembling the final post with TLDR, so it's going to fill that in for us for the TLDR. And then we should be able to go and publish it. This should redirect, okay, to my posts. And when it's in my posts, we will see a lot more icons. And from there, we can post into ConvertKit, or we can post into WordPress, okay? Or you can get the HTML. We can copy and paste the HTML from there as well. to put anywhere else that you want. So if you want to put it in somewhere like Google Sites or something, then that's fine. And as we build this out, this social media post, I'm going to configure that over the next week. And I'll put that into all the other tools once it's done, as I mentioned before. I'm going to try and put it into LinkedIn, to Reddit to your own subreddits, medium.com if I can do it, etc. And this can become a really good little tool for parasite SEO as well, for being able to do that, because if we're able to post into there, it would be really good. So let's see what happens. But also, it's going to be doing things like Twitter threads and Facebook posts. Okay, so that's finished now, it's complete. And then it redirects us over here. Now have a look. We got an image here, no image here. Okay, what we do, click on the image, generate AI image. It's going to create an image for here. Okay, nice. Okay, it's better than looking at this blue stuff or background stuff. Okay, so you can have a look at the preview, but the preview is not going to look as formatted as it will once it's into WordPress. So what we do is we click on the cloud icon. Okay, we can choose to post into WordPress, then choose your website, and then publish as draft. Once that's done, it should give us a little button that we can click and go and check out the post on the WordPress site. Okay, that's done. So now we can click on View on WordPress. Okay, this image you can take out, or you can move it down or something like that. It's taking an image actually from the generated image that we just did. We got a TLDR summary. It's added a table of contents when I've already got a table of contents plugin. That's why you're seeing that 2 times. So maybe I'll just remove the plugin from this site, or I'll tell it to not use the table of contents in here. You can see we've got some problem here with the images, which I can fix. It should upload the images, all of them, into the media library. And I think it's only done it for that one image that we generated instead of all these other ones. So I need to get that fixed. But it is formatted. If I go into edit the post, okay, it will depend on the theme that you're using, what it's going to look like. But you can see we've got an H1 here. This is an H2. You can see up here. And this is an H3. Okay, then we get back into paragraph, etc. Again, so it is formatted. It just depends on the theme. This featured image, I will remove it and change it later. I would rather do the images on Pixels or Ideogram. I'm pretty sure there's some plugins that we can use as well for generating high quality AI images. So if you know any, let me know, because it's the kind of thing we need to know. Okay, so that's basically how we do the posting. Now, I have actually been doing some stuff in the background while we've been recording the video as well. So I've been pausing the video and doing some improvements as I went along. This is the one we started working on. That's the one we finished working on, because I couldn't go back into edit after I had published to WordPress, which is something I need to fix. Okay, but you can see this is 2,693 words, okay, and 25 items. It's not too bad. This one was 15 items, 1,900 words. Okay, now, if I go into the mini listicle builder here now, it's going to look a little bit different. What you'll see is I've added advanced settings, prompts, and models. Okay, you can choose for each part which model you want. Now, if I click on this drop down thing here, you will see it's got all the models, but also it's telling you what it's best for. Okay, so you can use Perplexity, for example, for research, and GPT-4 for creative content, or Cloud 4.0 for it's the most advanced model for complex reasoning and research, etc. Okay, so you can choose whichever one you want for this. And for the assembly, I've just chosen 3.5 Sonnet because that's not hard to do. Okay. Also, once we have started to build out your outlines and stuff like that. Then if I come into my posts over here, I'll just go into this one. When I go into the outline now, you will see that you can add bullet points and you can also add keywords from people also search. Okay, how does that work? I'm going to show you. I'm going to jump over to keyword research. Okay, I'm going to choose golf, Scotland, and country USA. Okay, so I'll be targeting a US audience who are interested in golfing holidays in Scotland or something like that. Okay, so basically, do the keyword research. This might take a couple of minutes, but you will see why in a minute, because this is quite advanced what we are doing here. And so we need to get it probably about 60 seconds. Okay, it's actually quicker than that. Okay, so we've got one keyword, golf Scotland, with the keyword volume. So I'll show you how to get more in a second. It's giving us some headlines and hooks as well. Okay, that we can use. And down here, you can see we've got keyword clusters, which is really kind of important. Okay, we've got people also search for. Okay, and then we've got these AI generated opportunities. Now, if I'm targeting an American audience and I'm targeting people who might want to go to Scotland to golf, then what I will do is I will choose some that are to do with golfing holidays and golf resorts, etc. And when I do that, you can click on as many as you want. Okay, I'll put a checkbox on here as well. Then you can click on metrics. This is using the keywords everywhere. If I click on that, you will see it gives us the volume, cost per click, competition, etc. Okay, in checkbox, I'll put that in there. We've got some voice search questions in here as well. So I'm going to have to keep building this out, guys, okay, so that we can tell it to include these things within the articles. So I don't want to make it too complex too quick. I've got some other things to do. It's already a viable tool, but you can bet your bits I'm going to come back and do more with it, okay? AI citation phrases, okay, and you've got some ideas here. These are phrases that you want to include to be able to get mentioned with the LLM models like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Copilot, etc. And here as well, we got AI-powered listicle ideas, okay? And you can simply click and add to queue any of these. Okay, so when we go into content queue over here, looks like I've got a little bug there as well. I'll have to get that fixed. So I can get that fixed. Okay, the content queue should populate with anything we got on here. Okay, so that's a walkthrough at the end with the content queue. So that's a walkthrough, and you will see this keep improving. Okay, I do need to move on to other things, but I will put a few more prompts into base 44 today for the keyword research stuff, because it's great having all that keyword research, but we want to know how do we integrate that keyword research into the articles. So we need that connection, that transition to move from here to here, to use that over there kind of thing. Take these keywords, use it in the article. So I'll be prompting that a few times tonight for the keyword research. As far as the article generation goes, it's okay for now. Of course it can be improved. It can always be improved. Okay, there's multiple ways that we can improve. I'm just going to do that over time. And as my team start to use this as well, I will have a look at what they're doing, and I will see things that I know need to be done, and I will do some extra prompts and get them in there. And at this stage, when you're building a tool, if you're part of Untrackable, or if you want to use Base 44 and build your own tools, top tip, once you start to get a tool this big, okay, this is a serious tool now. It was supposed to be just a mini listicle builder and like just generate like top 15 ways to do stuff and top 25 ways to do stuff. It's turned into something much more serious. Even just that keyword research tool could have been a tool on its own. Once you start to build a tool this big, you need to be careful when adding more, because what you can find with no-code tools is you ask it to go and do stuff, and something else that appears to be unrelated will change, and you got to be careful at this point. Once it gets this big, add one thing at a time, okay? Just one thing at a time. You got it. It's like walking on eggshells at times when you're doing with these no-code tools. Of course, they're going to improve. Of course, they're going to get better. But just from my experience, once we get to this stage, where it is a big tool, where we have put a lot of effort into it, where we are getting a lot of stuff coming back, then, you want to be able to make sure, I'll just see what I got here. It's not showing any details. You want to be able to make sure that you're not breaking anything. Okay, there's the keyword stuff again. I want to know, how do we get this stuff into the articles? How do we automate it? How do we get the AI to do the thinking, do the work for us, put it into the articles, make the articles really nice, optimized? That's what's coming next for this. So it's going to be changes in the keyword research, but again, one thing at a time, slowly build it out, and over time, it will just get better and better. Again, thanks for watching. If you haven't been following our promotion this week to be able to get this tool for free, then you can get it if you purchase AI wrappers. If not, you can purchase it from us direct. It will cost $247 for this on its own, okay? If you bought local traffic commando, then you got this as a bonus, okay? It was supposed to be a small bonus and it's turned into this, but good luck to you. And you got a real bargain there purchasing local traffic commando while you had the opportunity, and you got this as a bonus, which is, it's another $247 tool. Okay, it will be a $497 tool by the time I'm finished. So keep an eye out on what I'm doing, because I'm building so many of these. I can't possibly sell them all. I can't do Warrior Plus launches and JVC launches every single day, but I'm building every single day. So I'm offering them as bonuses. So make sure you're on my email list. Make sure you're subscribed to YouTube and follow whenever I'm releasing some information, or join the WhatsApp group. The link is in the description of the YouTube video, and you can keep up to date with all the stuff that I'm building in real time. And you will see what we're doing, and you will get some offers for some fantastic tools at prices you will not believe. Okay, if you see other people with tools like this, they're going to be charging you $49 a month, $47 a month, something like that. And they're probably quite right, but I'm building so many of them, I haven't got time to market them up. I really need to find a marketer to help them to do that kind of stuff. But here we are. I'm just very prolific at building tools and ideas, and you can see it just expands as well once I'm doing it. So if you want to find some real bargains, get hold of some really top quality tools, join the WhatsApp group at least. If you can't, sign up for my email list and keep an eye for my emails. Okay, thanks.